People were so
Hey,
hot.
Chick-fil-A. Everyone,
Oh, yeah, the Chick-fil-A
we need to
thing
do a
as well.
sync test, alright? After 3, we all clap our hands. 1, 2, 3. Right. Welcome back to the podcast. Still don't have a name for it. We're joined here today with Danielle and Jermaine. It's kind of awkward still. Nothing's going our way. We don't have any topics to really talk about. I mean, yeah, we do, bro.
So basically, Snowflakes. How that's what they're called, because the people that get triggered easily these days, it's just dumb. You can't share your opinion without either being racist, sexist, or like a bigger anything. It's just dumb. And I respect that people are gay, lesbian, or any of the other things on the spectrum. I personally don't believe in it, but I'm not gonna go against you for that. I also don't want you to put your beliefs onto me and treat me differently because I won't take them on. Because I feel like that's just unfair. I respect your opinion, you should respect mine.
That's a good starting point. See, I just feel like it's the society we live in, right? When did they even start? Like,
2015,
I think the starting point was like 2015, somewhere around then. Before then, everyone was fine, man. You could say anything. You actually had freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, back in like 1980s, like during the gangster days of America, cocaine wasn't even like a class A drug. They just casually done it, and no one really like cared. People constantly shot each other, and they were just sent to jail for like 7 years. Wait, no, that's a bit off topic still. Wait, I'm going on a tangent. No, but like what I was trying to say is is that how like things were different back then. It might have been better, might have not, but people weren't as easily offended because they just didn't take things as serious. Whereas now, I feel like people take their emotions like above anything else, and they let their emotions just control. Like how they think their emotions is what should control society.
I feel like a great example of this, as of recently, is Jesus being like depicted as gay on the Netflix. I feel like people really got triggered by that, because especially people who are religious and stuff. I think it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it is disrespectful, but at the end of the day, it's for comedy purposes. Like, you see comedians talk about like religion all the time and make fun of it, and I don't think that Netflix should be slandered for this, like, as much as they are like getting hate. And I feel like it's just for comedic purposes, and I don't think that's something which...
It's all about that cancel culture, you know, like cancel this guy, cancel that guy, cancel PewDiePie, cancel like various comedians. People don't realize the interpretations anymore. They just see if someone said this, then that's what they meant. Not like they don't know the context behind it anymore. I feel that's really enforced with social media, because you write something on social media, and that text can be interpreted in so many different ways.
And the thing is, you can say anything. Say you make a joke about someone's race, for example. If you say that on social media, people aren't gonna like, especially people who don't actually know you as a person, like they will just read that and say, okay, this person's racist, and judge you based on that, and they won't like assume that, oh, it's a joke, oh, it's for comedic intentions, it's not something that I should take seriously, especially if that person is of that race and believes in that belief, if, say, you made fun of it, for example. And especially on YouTube recently as well. YouTube, if you see the very, I guess, bias, I'd say, towards like celebrities and stuff like that, like if a celebrity was to make a joke, I don't think they would be penalized for it as much as like other content creators, which is quite unfair. And yeah, that's basically it for me.
Welcome back from this commercial break.
Sponsored by Snowflakes.
Please sponsor us, Starbucks. I don't even like Starbucks. I'm not gonna like. But anyway. All right. You were gonna say something about.
Yeah. They opened Chick-fil-A. Did you guys hear about Chick-fil-A? Opened Chick-fil-A and they closed it down because people got too triggered.
How? About what?
Because Chick-fil-A is ran by like this American guy. He's Christian, and like Christians don't believe in stuff about like gay and that.
Yeah.
So, like, gay people got triggered over it. Now we don't have Chick-fil-A in our country anymore.
And that is just a prime example of how fucked up the world is, man.
It's just because people got too triggered.
I just want Chick-fil-A.
Just like, chill out.
Just because you don't believe in gay rights doesn't mean I can't have Chick-fil-A, man. Come on.
Wait, they closed down a food chain because the guy that owned it was...
He was Christian and like, he was strong, he had strong Christian beliefs.
So he was strongly against gays.
Well, not directly, but like, because he was Christian. They were like,
So, because someone's Christian, that automatically makes them a bigot. And you know bigot, a homophobe.
basically, yeah, well, he was strong Christian. Like, no one
That's just dumb. Like, you're associating a food chain with its owner, and if you're gonna close it down, you're letting people lose their jobs. People are gonna be out of wages. They're not gonna get any money, and what? Because you felt that the owner like believes in something. That's like you owning something and people trying to go against it just because of your beliefs. It's just unfair. Feminism.
What do you think about feminism?
Feminism is a great thing, but since 2000, I don't know, 2016, 2017, it became extreme feminism.
The 2010s.
Yeah.
Where it started. This
Like-
decade.
People just took it to extremes.
Yeah, women's suffrage was a movement like since always, and even then there were extreme cases. Like there was one time where a woman, I forgot her name, but she ran in front of like the king's horse and got run over. I don't know if she meant to do it. Yeah, and she done it all because of the movement. And I feel like if you're risking your life for a movement, it's a great thing, but you should no wait. Did I say risking your life is not a great thing, but it shows how like devoted you are to the cause, and that helps it move. But I feel like people right now are just looking at any way to put feminism into things and use that as an excuse. There have been many accused rape charges. I'm saying like rape is bad. Many of them were true, but a lot of people are doing it to celebrities just because they have money, and I feel like that is a big problem.
Yeah, I feel as though people make up any excuse just to put someone more successful than them down, to make them look like they're some bad person, even though maybe they've had some controversial things happening, but like
It's like Elon Musk when he was smoking marijuana at that time. Like, so many people do that just because it was him. He was successful. People just got triggered over it. Just yeah.
Like Elon Musk smoke weed, like
I know.
no, 3
It's-
quarters
it's
of this
legal in
area
California,
do it, and
right?
it's illegal. It's legal in California, so what's the big deal? What if a man has like a medical problem and it helps him? The guy's a genius.
he didn't even inhale. But anyway, yeah, that could be a reason why radical feminism and cancel culture and all those like triggered people come to be. Maybe it's because they just don't feel as though they get it their way. They see someone much more successful than them and they just want to put them down because of that. It's just fucked up, to be honest.
I kind of want to talk about celebrities right now.
It's an act of jealousy, really. Basically, people they see exactly because they see it as unfair. Like, say you see, especially if you see like if you grew up, say like someone in our school became a celebrity, right? Then the people that didn't used to like treat that person well or treat that person as respectful would just suddenly try and start making rumors or making lies, try to manipulate like anything they can just to like garner some sort of attention. Quite sad.
Ghana.
Oh, so on the topic of like popularity and celebrities, I just feel like singers and artists and things like that, there's too much money invested into them. That money can be used for some other things. Sure, it helps create a culture, it helps like bring people together, but that's been done all the time, like using tradition. And I feel like singers just earn too much money. They shouldn't get all this money. Footballers, yeah, they play a hard sport. It's a risky sport. Like you tear an ACL, it's cheap. No, it's like if you and they get paid less, yeah.
And doctors, some doctors.
No, physicians get paid the most right now. But I want to carry on. It's like I like just get your hand out of here. So on that topic, the same as like designer clothes and fashion, and like what is it like obscure art or abstract art?
Yeah.
It's some people can do the dumbest things like, and they just get paid for it.
Ooh, wasn't that recently? Banana. Yeah, the banana.
Yeah, my man ate a banana, and that was what 300k to $1 million.
Honestly, I think that was all just like that was all all staged.
It's not.
How do you know?
I just feel like just because the lack of the security in the whole thing. So basically, what happened was there was an art exhibition. Some guy made like just duct taped a banana to a wall and sold it to someone for like how much? Like 300k. It's around about that. And then without any security, some guy just walks up, takes the banana off and eats it. I feel as though the artist intended that to happen. I think that's the whole like piece of the art piece. Even
English teacher analysis.
no, honestly, no, it makes sense though.
Gee, he just wanted money, so he got the banana. Maybe he wanted to save his lunch for later, but he did not want another guy to come and eat it.
So he sold the banana for
You're
300k.
telling me, yeah, you walk into like an art exhibition, you see a banana on the wall, you decide to eat it.
Exactly, it doesn't make sense, does it? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's all staged.
Oh yeah, stage. Yeah, I thought you meant that the artist done it, so that some randomer would do it.
No, the artist did it. On like the guy who ate it was in on it. All right, yeah. That just goes to show how far art has come to like.
Anything can be considered as art, basically. Anything. This could be considered as art right here. I could probably sell this for thousands if maybe I was a celebrity or something. Especially, you know, celebrities, they can legit probably sign this and someone would buy it for thousands. You know, Billie Eilish, she said she'd...
Her ring was stolen.
No, I wasn't going to talk about that, but... I was going to talk about how fans wanted her to sign like pieces of paper and get an autograph, but she declined because she said that people would just use that as a marketing tool so they can sell it on eBay and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah, so that she's only agreeing to like photos and stuff.
Yeah. That's good. Should we speak about another topic? I want to speak about how the Conservatives won.
How did the Conservatives win?
There's people, there's chavs, I swear to God, they're like, Brexit, leave, vote Conservative. That's basically it. And
There's,
yeah, no, that's it.
I feel,
London should be its own country.
yeah,
Forget the rest.
most of the people, most of the areas that voted Labour were like big cities. Everyone else voted like every like rural area, every like countryside voted to leave, voted Conservatives. I feel like just goes to show how really divided we are, because the big cities are very like diverse in culture. There's different like races, and obviously you have Asian, you have half Asian, you have mixed, you have white. You wouldn't really find that in the countryside. It's just true.
I know. Yeah.
Unless you're rich and you just decide to. But anyway, what the point is, they're just racist.
You know, I think as well, Boris did a terrible job at his campaign. Terrible. I remember the picture of the boy being like treated on the he legit took the guy's phone. He legit took the guy's phone and put it in his pocket.
Hey, I don't know if you see
He hid in a fridge to avoid an interview.
Hey yo, there was a video of Boris Johnson playing rugby with like little kids, and I remember that guy. He literally just ran through the little kid, man, and then he dropped as well.
That's our president, guys.
Our president. There's another clip of him.
I think I missed him.
There's another clip of him playing football, and like he must have headbutted the guy's feet or something.
Oh my god.
That is our prime minister. So come on, Tories.
Yeah, man's getting deported.
I'm not even into politics or anything,
Neither.
but
It's just
how
common
did
sense
you-
to not vote Conservatives at this point.
they've literally been running our country for the past how many years? No, more than 3, I think. And they've not done a good job like in the NHS or anything like that. So why do people decide to vote for them now? They think they're suddenly just going to change and people are stupid. That's what it is.
Quick question. My boy David Cameron, pig lover. Where's he gone?
That guy dipped. He started all of this bollocks, bro, and then you just dipped.
There was an interview of him recently though, talking about Boris Johnson. He said he would support Boris Johnson.
Of course.
Yeah, so.
I probably fuck pigs on a daily together.
Theresa May? Yeah, she's gone.
Thatcher.
You see that video?
So that's one point. So that's one point. Why everyone Conservatives won. The rural areas are majority white. They have really radical opinions about being an independent, whatever, getting away from Europe. I've seen like so many comments on conservative posts. They're just like, yeah, finally the UK it's gonna be free, all that shit. That's one point. Another point, I think the media. I'm pretty sure most of the media is owned by the Conservatives, right? Like most of them are very right-handed.
I remember there was a BBC report or something. Apparently, like Boris threatened to like take down the licensing.
That's my goal.
Boris threatened to take down the licensing of the BBC from interviewing him.
They need to chill with them.
This Starbucks barista said one thing to this guy, and he's like, "That's my girl."
Yo, she started singing to me, though.
Is it? Like, she asked me to marry her.
For real?
Yeah.
I started something bad. I'm sorry. Back to the podcast.
All right. So, the media is owned, even if it's not publicly known, but the media is owned by Conservatives. And the third point, they used the NHS as a way of trying to gain more votes, but the way they did it is really, really fucked up. What they did was they deliberately underfunded the NHS and then blamed it somehow on Labour, and then somehow everything just somehow it's Labour's fault, even though they're the ones that whatever. That's just
It's Brexit. People.
My dad voted Conservative.
oh yeah, your dad did vote Conservative.
That's the Irish side, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's
People wanted.
straight up.
They wanted to vote for Conservatives for Brexit, and like the main thing they were saying is like, get rid of all the foreigners and all this, and that makes sense.
I have something controversial to say.
Oh, controversy.
It's like
Don't get cancelled.
People are racist.
immigrants are good. Illegal immigrants are bad. There's a difference. Okay, some people, people who are like fugitives escaping their war countries, they don't count as illegal immigrants. So when I say illegal immigrants, I mean people that literally stash away in. No, it's not funny. People stash away and get into the country illegally. Fugitives, they get into the country legally because of the whole fugitive system set up throughout Europe. So with Brexit, the immigrants that came here legally, the fugitives that came here, they will be allowed to stay. However, the illegal immigrants who are doing nothing in this country except claiming benefits will go away. And then that will give the economy a higher boost. I'm not saying immigrants are bad. I'm an immigrant. Illegal immigrants are all bad. That's bad for every country, not just England. So that's what I have to say.
It's very true, and I feel like
They work as well and pay taxes and just as much tax as like anyone else.
yeah, they should be treated just as equal as an actual person who was born in that country. But also, there is a lot of propaganda put forward as well through the media about immigrants. Like there's stereotypes that they just claim benefits and live off that, and they don't do anything for this country. They steal your job somehow. That doesn't make sense.
A lot of people
But-
here don't even work.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, British people don't work. That's the thing.
English
Well, like,
people
here in
themselves,
Dagenham, people-
like, they work less than the immigrants that come here. I feel
yeah,
like
they're hard workers.
life
immigrants
in
are hard
England
workers.
is so much better compared to life in Eastern European countries.
Yeah.
People, if you go there, you would see people struggle even more. That's why all the immigrants come here. And then I constantly hear so many like I'm not gonna say English people, British people say they come here because it's a better country. That's not exactly true. It's because countries like America, Britain, they've ruined those countries. Even Russia, they ruined Eastern European countries.
Controversial. You're gonna have to explain yourself there.
What do you mean? Okay, so Britain, France, America, Russia, they all gave so many, just like they gave money to not just Eastern European countries, just let's say third world countries, minor countries, and then after like some time, they're gonna cool in the depths. Like it's just ignore me. It's like
Yeah, nice point. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think we kind of downgraded on the IQ levels for this second podcast.
I'm tired, man. What do you mean?
What do you mean? Sorry, bro.
What are you trying to say about
I'm just saying her shit, man. Her shit had some good points.
I saw you. Doesn't he go to my school?
Cannot use our platform to disregard others, right?
Fuck her shit, though.
Yeah, fucking shit, bro. Perfect.
Really actually structured these podcasts.
Nah, it's unscripted. It's
I-
waffle. That's fine.
I feel we should call it Wafflecast.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's all that it is.
It's just waffle.
We're trying to be serious, but
We
it's
have
just
some
waffle.
facts, we have some facts. But we still waffle anyway. So you
do, yeah. We waffle around. It's
like
official,
geography
Wafflecast.
essays, just like-
That looks about right. So this is me in the future editing this podcast, and the rest of it is pretty much complete waffle. So I'm just gonna leave in a few clips that I thought were kind of enjoyable to watch, and that's pretty much it. That's the end of the video. I hope you liked. Go!
She also has to be, doesn't has, but if she is able to sing, it is so, I don't know why, but girls that can sing is so,
You heard it, lady. Leave your hands. You heard it.
so yeah, singing proportionality. Like when it comes to personality, I feel like a girl she has to be able to take a joke, and she has to be able to make a joke as well. Cause them ones when like a girl makes fun of you, you're like, hi. You make fun of her, she's just like, how could she say that? Like that's a rare occasion, but most of the time they just don't know how to respond to a joke properly. Yeah. Gal Gadot is very attractive.
Yeah, she is. She's really cool though.
Did you say who's Gal Gadot? Gee, she's Wonder Woman.
Superwoman. No. Wonder
What's
Woman.
the Superwoman?
Wonder Woman.
It's Wonder Woman.
Whatever.
Yeah. I used to send letters to her, bro.
Oh, that is...
Yo, that is romantic.
That
No,
is
like
romantic.
it's actually
Good
romantic.
I think
Cute.
you just like message her.
Send a Google Docs letter.
Yeah, but can you capture the emotion in a text?
Yeah, on Snap.
Just use some emojis, bro.
Do you have an Android?
Man, just
Do you know? Nah. Next topic: Android versus iPhone. No.
Oh, sorry.
Yo.
So that's the end of that topic.
Shout out to him. Yo. Can you just insert like a video of an Oppo camera screen just opening up? No, not yeah, the camera just opening. Just do that.
What is it? The phone with.
You haven't seen it, man. What if they come in? No.
Yo, smoking is a no.
Oh no.
Okay, that's a childish reaction, guys. Come on, all mature here.
The school. What did you speak about? Nah. Hey. No way. No. Yo, I'm moving to mutton. To mutton.
Oh, I'm moving to mutton.
Why we all of a sudden just became crackers? We were like normal, like 20 minutes.
Hey, cut.
Sure.
God damn.
Sean.
Okay, what topic, guys? Seriously.
Sean.
What topic?
Sean.
What topic?
Okay.
I'm sorry about this. This podcast is going to be so much worse than the first one. You should pull a 3-point turn on the podcast.
I'll save that for later. Thank you, my What's he doing? You just told me to do a 3-point turn on the podcast, and that's what I just did. No.
Oh, what's turned into this podcast? On the podcast.
Yeah, everything's going on.
Why?
Not.
Hey, on Nitties. Yo, should we ask?
Shut up,
Do you know who
Yeah,
that
I
is?
Oh my.
you?
Yo, this guy.
Wait, why are we recording?
We're stressing over this guy.
Alright. Shh.
He's coming in.
Alright, guys. This is the end of the podcast. I'm pretty sure we came up with a name. The Wafflecast.
We did speak about a few.
We spoke about a couple topics, but majority of us
Well, a lot of them were
is just us waffling, not taking it seriously. I think
was
it's just
taking it
because of the guests that we have. But
It was you. You caused all this.
officially,
I'm sure that. What? How can I not laugh at that when you did that?
officially, this is called the Wafflecast, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
What a great podcast.
Love you all. Bye.
Wave, man.